Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, June the 20th, 2020. It is currently 10:29 a.m. Central Time. And let me ask you a question. I think you would probably agree that right now in the United States of America, there is a lot of anxiety, a lot of tension, a lot of division right now in our country. I think we can all agree there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of tension, and there's lots of division. I think we can all agree at that at a minimum. Some may want to go further than that, but I think we're a very divided nation right now. There's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of tension, and it just, at times, it feels like everything is about to explode. Many people, I saw some survey the other day that many people feel like a civil war is right around the corner. And I don't know if we're ever going to get there, but it just feels like there is a lot of major problems. And one of those major problems is right now there's a lot of tension as it relates to the subject of racism. Racism in the police force, police brutality, police doing things the wrong way as it relates to people of color and to minorities. So there's lots of discussion about racism, and a lot of tension and a lot of anxiety. And many people would say we are a very divided nation as it comes to the subject of race in the United States of America. I think we can all agree on that. Now, we may differ on. Obviously there'll be a disagreement if we're to expand that out a little bit, but we can all agree on some of those basic concepts. So, in the midst of anxiety, in the midst of tension, should someone come along and release a movie/TV series that could possibly add fuel to the fire? Some will say yes, some will say no. I believe art is designed to force us to confront things we don't necessarily want to be confronted with. I think art at times is there to make us uncomfortable. And some may say that it's not even art; it's just a cheap way to capitalize on all of the tension and anxiety already going on in society. So some may see that if someone was to release if someone was to release a movie that would deal with some of these issues, that it would be capitalizing on it. It would be adding fuel to the fire. It wouldn't be helpful. But again, I think art is supposed to be there to kind of slap us and to make us be confronted with things sometimes we don't want to be confronted with. I think that's one of the jobs of art. But there'll be lots of disagreement there. But should a movie be released right now that could possibly add controversy? Again, some will say yes and some will say no. But whether you think it should or shouldn't, whether you agree, whatever your views are on art, here's the reality. Something is coming that has the potential to be extremely controversial. Now, I don't know how controversial it's going to be, but my job here is simply to inform you about it, and you can draw your own conclusions. Now, based off the information I currently have in front of me, I'm a little perplexed. I don't know if this is a movie. I don't know if it's a series. The poster for it says, in fact, let me read it to you. The poster says the new series. The article, that's the art, that's the kind of the poster above the news article. So it says the new series Cracka, okay? Cracka, Cracka, okay? But here's the bizarre part. The news article refers to it as a movie. So I don't know if it's a movie or if it's a series, because the very news article that calls it a series refers to it as a movie, literally in the first. Okay, well, this is how it works. First sentence, the upcoming series, Cracka, okay? Second sentence, the movie. So I don't know, is it a movie or is it a series? I'm a little perplexed. I have found the trailer for it. I cannot play the audio of the trailer because it is filled with a lot of explicit language. So I cannot play the trailer. So I'm just going to try to explain what's going on. This was posted 20 hours ago. I literally got the notification about this while I was on the air doing a live broadcast when I got the notification about this. So I'm still trying to put all of this together, but I like to be, I like to get the information out there as soon as possible. So we're going to try to walk through this. All right. I'm just going to give you the information. I'll play some of the trailer and describe what the trailer shows. Again, I can't play the audio of it. I cannot. And a lot of it is visual anyway. But here's the headline. Upcoming show, Cracka, puts blacks as slave owners and whites as slaves. All right. So it's going to reverse the scenario that we are very familiar with here in the United States of America of white people owning and buying and selling slaves. They're going to reverse that. They're going to flip it around. Now, sometimes in art, you flip that situation around to confront people with the reality as if basically it's the old way of telling a story. Like, what if this was to happen to you? If this was to happen to you, I bet you would feel different. So there is a reason for flipping the story, but is it going to? I guess here's the goal. Here's the question: is the goal of the show, series, movie, whatever it may be? Because again, this one article gives me three different. They call it a show, they call it a series, and they call it a movie, all in one news article. Is there an editor? Is there an editor anywhere around? But hey, I can't criticize it. If I count how many times I misspeak and mispronounce things, then, someone would be asking me where the editor is. Oh, I don't have one. Okay. So, but maybe this news site should get an editor. Okay. But, so here we go. Is the goal simply to cause controversy, or is the goal really to confront, say, white people with the idea, hey, whites, what if history was different? Now, here's the thing. If we say, what if history was different? Do you take that story and say, what if history was different? How would you be acting today? Like if history was different for your race, where would you be today? Or is it simply going to just flip the story and go, what would it look like if history was different? Does it try to show you because even if history is different, no matter how bad your history is, at some point you have a responsibility in the present not to let the bad history impact your present. I think there has to be some, that has to be a part of the story in some way, shape, or form. But it seems at least the basic premise is, hey, we're going to flip the reality that we all know. So in this show, blacks are going to be the slave owners and whites are going to be the slaves. All right. Now, again, it's called Cracka. Some may argue that that's kind of a loaded term. Is that term acceptable? Is it acceptable to refer to white people as Cracka? Is it acceptable to do that, or is it not acceptable? All right. So there's already going to be some pushback, but this is how the story reads. What history flipped the script on slavery and the Africans kept slaves? So this article, man. Okay. What history, I'm reading it exactly as it is written. What history flipped the script on slavery and the Africans kept slaves? ? So I think what it's supposed to say is, what if history flipped the script on slavery and the Africans kept slaves? Cracka explores this alternative non-reality. All right. The upcoming series is likely to cause a storm of controversy for the premise. What if the roles were reversed in slavery? The movie offers a present-day so-called white supremacist that is magically thrust back in time to an alternate past where Africans enslave whites and rule the land known as America. A synopsis explains, in a world where white privilege, systematic oppression, and minority protest in order to break the chains of bondage runs regular, white supremacist Michael Stone is doing everything he can to maintain his privilege by exercising every opportunity to ensure the American he knows, I think it's supposed to be the America he knows and loves, continues to remain pure and, more importantly, remain white! ! The movie is the brainchild of director Dale, and I am not even going to try to attempt to pronounce his last name. He is a white man born in Boston, Massachusetts, that made his mark with rap videos. All right. And it gives you a list of rap videos that he was a part of. Now he is taking his talents in a new controversial manner. It sounds like that should read, he is taking his talents in a new controversial direction. But okay. All right. This is really written very weird. All right. In the trailer of the movie, which is slated for a fall 2020 release, the protagonist, tatted with racist Nazi symbols, begins to harass an African-American motorist. It is at that point that the violence starts. After the lead character rains down blows on the motorist, the pseudo-Nazi returns to his home. He then finds himself staring at the barrel of a shotgun and enslaved. Cracka then relives all the horrors of slavery, such as rape, beatings, and even name changes. All right? The series stars a bevy of talents, and it names all the different people starring in the show. The cast isn't simply black people perpetrating the same sick injustices as their counterparts. Cracka doesn't just tackle racism, it confronts it in a way you can't possibly imagine. The unique series, again, now it goes from movie, series, show, I don't know, forces us, so this is what they say they're trying to do, forces us as a people, society, and overall collective human unit to look past color, look past our fears and pain, and see ourselves as people through the much-needed lens of love. The series does not have a date, but is expected to hit in the fall of 2020, just in time for the American presidential election. I would say that's probably not by coincidence. That's probably pretty much a well-calculated idea. Now, there's a couple of things I could say here. And again, I'm going to play the trailer. Again, I don't know exactly what they want to accomplish. If they want to flip the script and let us see slavery from the perspective of, if like I'm a white person and I go see this and I'm supposed to perceive, okay, well, man, how would I feel if my race was enslaved? That is an interesting premise. It may be shocking, and it may have the desired effect of trying to get white people to reconsider it. Again, I think it's still, the deeper question is, what if your race was enslaved in the past? How should you proceed in the future? Should you hold on to the past and the resentments and the bitterness, or should you move on? But can you move on if racism still persists in and around you and you experience it? These are important questions that have to be explored. I don't know how. From the trailer, it seems like they just want to they want you to see the horrors of slavery thrown in your face, but it's the horror of slavery is being done to white people at the hands of blacks. Maybe that will get the desired effect. I do not know, but I think there's one interesting part in this article that again is kind of messed up the way it's written, and I love this part. Listen to this paragraph, and I want you to think about it from a theological perspective. Cracka doesn't just tackle racism, it confronts it in a way you can't possibly imagine. This unique series forces us as a people, society, and overall collective human unit to look past color, look past our fears and pain, and see ourselves as people through the much-needed lens of love. All right, now, let me ask this. Am I to see people as people? And what do I mean by people? Just an evolved animal? Or am I saying I'm supposed to look at people and therefore see people as people who deserve love, respect? There's some kind of sanctity, a sacredness to human life. Therefore, people should be treated with love and dignity and justice and equality and respect. Or are we just animals? Like, which is it? Like, I wish our society would figure it out. We're just evolved animals. Okay, well, then why do we need to treat anybody with respect? If I'm just an evolved animal, then the only thing I care about is furthering my evolution, furthering my species. Do I care about anything else? Now, should I care about furthering the human species or just my tribe, my race, my perspective. Like, does human life have any true value? Like, society on one hand wants to insert some intrinsic value to human life, but they can't give me the basis for why human life should have some intrinsic value. Why should it have value? Why should there be justice? Why there should be equality? Why there should be love? What is love? Is love just some biological, chemical reaction that's happening in our brain and we get this feeling, but there's nothing transcendent to it? Why should I worry about other people and not just simply worry about myself? But so they always bring in these like theological concepts of love and justice and treat people. And it's like, where are all these ideas emerging from? So I wish society would figure it out. So I thought that was interesting. So you can try to determine what you think about the movie, but let me just describe for you in the trailer. I know this is going to be hard. I cannot play the audio. You should go watch the trailer for yourself. You have to do a lot of searching, because when you first do a Cracka trailer, Cracka trailer, you end up finding a trailer for something called Cracks. But you got to look for Cracka trailer, Cracka official trailer. And I'm going to hit play on this. I got the volume turned down, right? It opens with these two cars. You took our breath away. What if we took yours? You raped our daughters. What if we raped yours? All right. Then it shows the name of the director. You stole our freedom. Now we steal yours. All right. A dangerous new beginning. Welcome to your new world. And then it basically shows this white neo-Nazi racist waking up, and he wakes up, and then there's a person pointing a gun at him who's a black man, and this man, then the white man is taken and sold as a slave. All right? There's all kinds of violence going on, and then there's a woman. Yeah, not a good scene. There's a white woman being... there's no other way to put it. There's a white woman being raped. They show a bumper sticker that says Trump 2020. And that's, there you go. And it says the new series, Cracka. So I don't know if this is a series. I don't know. It says available on Amazon, Apple, iTunes. So I think this is going to be like, you're going to have to purchase it. It's not going to be airing on a channel. You're going to have to be purchasing it. I don't know if it's going to be like a movie. Again, I don't know if it's a series or a movie. It's weird the way the article is written. Now, I wish it could lead to a helpful dialogue in regards to race. But here's the weird thing about the subject of race. Here's the weird thing. And it's hard, and I think it's hard for those who are not racist. Well, first of all, so many people who are racist will deny that they're racist. So first you have to try to let them realize they do have some form of racism. But if they're racist, I wonder if a movie like, let's do it this way. I'm trying to process my thoughts here. If you have someone who's a racist and they saw this movie, do you think, how would a racist interpret the movie? Like, is a racist going to see this movie, this series? Again, we don't know what it is. And would they stop and go, you know what? That's true. If blacks enslaved us, that would be horrible. So we shouldn't enslave them. Like, I wonder if that would just change their mind, or if they would somehow in their twisted mind go, that's right. If we don't hold the black man down, that's what they're going to do to us. They're going to come for us, and they're going to attack us, and they're going to rape our women. I wonder if they would see the movie almost as a prophetic warning of what could happen. I mean, I just don't know how if a racist mind would see the movie and it would change it. If you're not racist, right? If you're not racist, what does the movie do for you? For me, and I've told the story before, what had a profound impact on me is when my mother handed me the book Roots. I was young, And I read that book and I just saw the horrors of slavery done to Africans, the Africans who were captured and brought on ships and sold. That had a profound impact on me. I didn't need to see it as happening to white people. I saw it happening to blacks, and I'm like, that's horrible. And any slavery that's occurred on any continent. I mean, there's been forms of slavery. All kinds of different people have been enslaved. So it's just whenever you see slavery, no matter who the race of person enslaved, so I didn't need to see it reversed. It bothered me. I don't know what this is filled with violence, explicit language, and it looks like rape. And I cannot handle movies that contain rape of any kind. I don't care. I can't handle it. Will not watch it. If I get ready to watch a movie and it shows up on the top left-hand screen saying the following movie, or right there in the middle, the following movie is rated whatever, TV mature, R, whatever, and contains the following. If it says rape, I'm done. I stop and I can't watch it. I cannot handle watching rape. I cannot handle it. I cannot handle it. Cannot handle it. Cannot handle it. Disturbs me, causes me like emotional up. I cannot deal with it. Cannot deal with it. So, I don't know what here's the thing. The director could have, and I think we have to be fair here. A director can have very good intentions, and like he has a vision and there's something he wants to accomplish, but in his execution, he doesn't quite get to the lofty goals he sets out for the movie. Right? The writer, the director, they can have these lofty goals. Hey, right now the culture is really divided. Let's hit white people in the face with a flip reality and then basically say, so what do you think now? And maybe that's the intended goal, but I don't know if they will reach it. Because again, who's your target audience? Who's your target audience for this? Is a bunch of racists going to get together and watch this and go, you know what, guys? Hey, at our next KKK meeting, we're going to watch Cracka. Okay, guys, how many want to now burn these hoods that we wear on our heads and renounce white supremacy and change our viewpoint? I don't. Do you not, is your target audience not racist? Is your target audience younger people? Well, if it's younger people, clearly this has got enough explicit language. I'm assuming it's going to be rated at an explicit rating. So are you kind of keeping your target audience? Is it for teenagers who, even if they're not supposed to watch something at a TV mature rating, they're still going to do so? Is it for them? I don't know. I don't know. And again, the way that news article is written, and I hope this is not the case, that news article is written so poorly that I don't know if this is some kind of a joke or a parody, or this is just something they created the trailer, and this is just to spark some kind of controversy. And then there's not a movie or a TV series. I'm a little skeptical just because the news article can't tell me if it's a movie or a TV series. They can't even give me a release date, and they don't even really give me the platforms in which it's going to. Like the news article should say, we don't have a date, but based off sources, based off speaking to the studio, and we know it will be released on the following platforms. So I'm a little skeptical, but if it is going to be released, that what they're claiming is going to be released in time for the 2020 election. Now, is this simply trying to capitalize on something, or are they really I'm not going to sit there and judge motives. I just think that there's a possibility that they have a goal of maybe trying to make a major point and change people's minds. I just don't know if the execution will pull it off. I don't know. So there you have it. It's called Cracka. You can do your own research. Again, it may not even turn out to be legitimate. Like, at least that news article is just broken. I mean, the sentence structure, they use wrong. They got wrong words. It just something. I'm skeptical as of right now. Now I haven't. Let me just do something. Let me look here. Let me since we're live on the air. Let me do this, because I would hate to have to come back and redo this. So let me do a search right now. I'm going to do Cracka. See, and it immediately wants to pull up movies, right? Or it wants to pull up Crack's movie or Crack's movie trailer. Cracka, I don't know. I'm going to put series. And it's put Cracker series. That's not it. Cracka series, S-C-R-I-E-S. And it keeps wanting to go to Cracker, okay? Now, 3 hours ago, Cracka, shocking new series, glorifies the killing and raping. Okay, now let me read this. All right, hang on. Yeah, there's a lot of things popping up all of a sudden now. Okay, so maybe something is going on here. All right. Cracka, shocking new series, glorifies the killing and raping of white people. Now, I don't know if it's glorifying it or if it's supposed to be. See, already we're going to get into a lot of interpreting how we're going to interpret the movie. All right. It says Cracka, a new revenge porn television series, glorifies violence against white people with a alternative history twist on slavery. They're calling it revenge porn television series. The new series fantasizes about an alternative history where white men and women are slaves who get brutalized, raped, and even hanged. All right. They named the director, who is supposedly sick of white supremacy, and he really wants to stick it to white people by shocking them with an alternative history revenge porn television series that reverses the race roles on slavery. His upcoming series, Cracka, is likely to do just that. The word cracker or cracka, much like the N-word, is the racist and is racist. It's a racist term. Only it used to insult white people. Okay. Only it is used to insult white people. Again, all of these articles, I don't know so I get more and more skeptical every time I read these articles and how poorly they're written. And I'm not criticizing them saying that I could write them better, because I couldn't. I'm just saying that these are supposedly news, stories. So the director, wanting to be as offensive as to white people as possible, decided that he would be the perfect name. It would be the perfect name for his revenge and torture porn television series. The series is about a present-day white supremacist Nazi that is randomly and magically sent back in time to an alternate past where Africans enslave whites and rule the land known as America. The self-hating white writer explains the synopsis of the series. In a world where white privilege, systematic oppression, and minority protest in order to break the chains of bondage runs regular, white supremacist Michael Stone is doing everything he can to maintain his privilege by exercising every opportunity to ensure the America he knows and loves continues to remain pure and, more importantly, remain white. Well, at least that synopsis is written in a correct way. The other article had it all messed up. The series depicts grotesque violence of white people, including graphic scenes of white women being raped by black men. Despite the very low budget look of the trailer, some fans are yearning for the series and can't wait to see white people get theirs. One person wrote, "Beautiful. Let us pay back to these white cowards what they have done and are still doing to us. I'm armed. My full body armor suit is on. My full body armor suit is on its way in the mail, and I'm ready for war. Die white," and then uses the B word. Here's what we go. The director hopes that his new series will persuade people to vote against Trump and white supremacy, as Cracka is set to be released on iTunes and Amazon Prime Video right before the U.S. presidential elections. Well, that kind of tells me the goal here is political. The goal here is political. What are your thoughts on the upcoming revenge porn series, Cracka? And then they offer a place for comments. And I'm not going to read the comments because they'll probably turn into straight racism. So there's another article talking about it. I still don't see a major news source. I still see no major news source. These are all smaller. So I don't know. I'm going to be skeptical until we see it actually appear. I'm going to be skeptical. until it actually appears. I don't know if this starts spreading today, at least you're aware. Now, it was actually one of my news apps that gave me the notification about it, but it sent me, the link was sent to one of these little small independent kind of sites that clearly don't even, that poorly constructed, the sentences. So I'm going to be skeptical. So let's do this. Let's put a question mark by it. It appears. And you already see how one site already took it and is turning this into, it's glorifying this. And this is, and it seems the director seems to state that one of his goals is to get Trump, voted out of office and to stop white supremacy. And I guess he's attaching white supremacy to Trump. And well, you can have that argument all day. And that's never going to end. I don't know. I love, let me make it very clear. I love art to be somewhat controversial. I love art to slap people in the face. I love art to make people uncomfortable. I think art needs to do that. I don't like art just to be, put together just to make some money. I like art to try to accomplish something. I just don't know if this is going to accomplish what maybe he thinks it's going to accomplish. Is this going to convince? I mean, people who are going to vote for Trump, are they going to all of a sudden change their vote because of a series called Cracka? Are they even going to watch it? Like, do you really think you're going? I mean, like, who the people who are going to watch it are people who are probably already not going to vote for Trump. So what is this really going to accomplish? It's what's going to accomplish is going to blow up and become a big fight on social media and in news and on talk radio. That's what it's going to become. And then every side's going to use it to try to prove their political point. So we will see. Just be on the lookout for it. If you see it, if you get an actual news source reporting on it, Fox, MSNBC, CBS, NBC, ABC, any of a more major news source, and email me the link to newsif@yahoo.com, newsif@yahoo.com. If this turns out not to be legitimate, well then great. At least we are there. So I'll make it very clear. I am not saying that this is 100% going to air because I'm still skeptical because of some of these articles or, I can't find any major source. So, and I'm not even finding an official webpage for the show itself. A trailer was made, but we will see if how legitimate it all is. I just want to be very careful. So we're going to put a question mark as it's possibly coming. Be aware of it. And, and if you watch the trailer, you'll catch on really quick of its explicit nature. All right. So there you have it. All right. Have a great day. Email me newsif@yahoo.com, newsif@yahoo.com. Thanks for listening.